Hello students, today in this module we are going to start with the topic MTP. MTP is a topic of chapter 4 unit 1. The name of the chapter is reproductive health, and this topic of MTP is important, and the meaning of MTP is medical termination of pregnancy. The medical termination of the pregnancy is known as MTP. It is its full form. Now, what is this process, why it is used, what is the meaning of the MTP, we'll do in this topic. So let's begin with. Now, the intentional or the voluntary termination of the pregnancy is before the full term, means before the 9 months. If the pregnancy has been terminated by the intentionally or voluntarily, then that is known as the MTP or medical termination of the pregnancy. It is also, in simple terms, we can say it is the induced abortion. Now, nearly about 45 to 50 million of the MTPs are performed in a year all over the world. So the practice of MTP is there all over the world, and for different reasons the MTP is done. It is an account at about 1/5 of the total conceived pregnancy in a year are for the MTPs. So MTPs are performed all over the year, and the amount is about 1/5 of the total conceived pregnancy in a year. Now, whether to legalize MTP, it is accepted or not, it is being a debate in many countries. Few countries have legalized MTP, few countries are not accepting this process of MTP. For few, they have legalized MTP with certain conditions. So this topic of accepting or legalizing the MTP or not, it is a debate. Why it is a debate topic and why it is not accepted everywhere? Because MTP is in many countries there are different aspects which are need to be taken care, maybe emotional, ethical, religious or social issues which are involved with the MTP. However, in India in 1971 MTP is legalized, but it is legalized with some strict conditions so that it is not misused. The process should not be misused, and under certain strict conditions it is legalized in India in 1971. The restrictions that were there when MTP, why these restrictions were? To check the indiscriminate or illegal female feticide, which is reported to be high in India. In India, a different trend was there that the female child was not accepted, and the female child has been aborted as compared to the male child, as people of India think there is a discriminate between male and female child and between a boy and a girl. So a boy child was accepted, whereas a girl child was not accepted, and they do MTP, and after getting the indication that it is a girl child, they terminate the pregnancy. So to avoid these things, strict conditions were applied that sex of the child should not be detected in case of MTP, and sex should not be told to the parents. So in India, some strict conditions are there on MTP. Now the question is, why MTP? Why somebody will need the MTP? So the answer to this is yes, of course, to get the rid of unwanted pregnancies either during the casual unprotected intercourse or due to the failure of the contraceptive used during the coitus or during the rape cases. So the possible answer to this question is yes, to get rid of the unwanted pregnancy that may be caused during any sexual abuse or maybe during the unprotected intercourse. The MTP is also accepted in those cases where the continuation of the pregnancy could be harmful for the mother or for the fetus. There are few cases in which if the pregnancy is continued, it can cause harm to the mother's body or to the fetus that is in the womb. So in those cases also MTP is the process of MTP is conducted. Now MTP is considered when the MTP should be done, in which part of these 9 months MTP is safe and it is a risk factor. So the MTP need to be it is safe relatively during the first trimester. First trimester means up to 12 weeks of the pregnancy it is safe to do MTP. The second trimester abortion that is after 12 weeks, it is the mother or the fetus will mother will be at a much more risk. One disturbing trend is observed, that is the majority of the MTP are performed illegally by the qualified quacks, which are not only unsafe but could be fatal too. There are few cases in certain areas, as in some good reputed place, the MTP is not legalized, and they do the MTP under strict conditions, and restrictions are there in the MTP. Certain points are not revealed to the parent of the child, but so what they do is they do MTP in a secret manner, and the MTP is performed by some unqualified people, and this kind of practices are not safe, and they are fatal as well. They can harm, they can take the life of that mother, which is which is allowing the MTP by some unqualified person. So another dangerous trend is that the misuse of the amniocensus to determine the sex of the unborn child. As I told you, the sex of the unborn child is detected, and after that, if it is a girl child, then they do the MTP. Now this is causing a great loss of the females. Okay, and if the fetus is formed to be female, it is followed by MTP. This is totally against what is legal. It is not legalized. The female foeticide is a crime, and however, there are few people who perform the amniocentesis, that is, they detect the sex of the child, and after that they do perform the MTP. So it is not legalized. Now these practices in which the female foeticide is done, these practices should be avoided because it is dangerous for both the mother as well as the fetus. The MTP should be performed with a qualified doctor only under the conditions when the case is dangerous for the mother or the fetus, or there is any kind of the health issues related to the fetus or the mother. Only in that case MTP should be performed. Effective counseling on the need to avoid the unprotected coitus and the risk factor which is involved in the illegal abortion, as well as providing healthcare facilities, could reverse the mentioned unhealthy trend. So there is an unhealthy trend in our society, and to get rid of this unhealthy trend, we need to educate people, we need to give knowledge to the people, we need to tell them that which thing is legal, which thing is illegal. Okay, we have to qualify them that that practicing these things MTP from an unqualified person will be very very unsafe. So only after that our society can be called as a healthy society, if there will be some healthy trend in our society. Okay, so that's all for the topic MTP. I hope you people have understood it well. Thank you.